Fahim from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam tullah.
Sheikh, here in Bangladesh, some of the Muslims are so much fascinated with the arrival of Imam Mahdi, Dajjal, the battle at the end. They feel the end of time.
Arrival of what?
Arrival of Imam Mahdi.
When is he coming?
Sheikh, that's my point. They are so much fascinated with that. I mean, they sit in the lazy chair. They're just fascinated with the arrival of Imam Mahdi, Dajjal, the battle and the end. And they don't even think of fixing themselves, Muslim community. That they do dawah in an offensive way on social media, believing they are superior to kafir in terms of getting Jannah at some point for being Muslim. And many people are Islam for partially because of their activities. So how we Muslims should approach in such cases? That's my question.
وَجَزَاكُمْ. Akhi, these people are delusional. We as Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah believe without any doubt that Imam Mahdi is coming and that he is the son or the descendant of the Prophet ﷺ. His name and his father's name is Muhammad ibn Abdullah, similar to the Prophet's name. And that Allah would guide him overnight, meaning all of his life he was, I wouldn't say a playboy, but he wasn't a practicing person. But overnight, Allah guides him and he becomes a righteous practicing Imam. And in his era and time, Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus, peace be upon him, would descend from the heavens and would fight the Antichrist, the Dajjal, and kill him. This would happen at the end of time, not now. But his arrival, their arrival, doesn't mean anything to you and me, because we know that among those who will follow the Dajjal are many Muslims who would turn on their heels and leave Islam. And this is why the Prophet ﷺ ordered us to seek refuge in Allah every single salat. At the end of it, before offering salam, where we say, أعوذ بك من عذاب جهنم ومن عذاب القبر ومن فتنة المحيا والممات ومن فتنة المسيح الدجال. I seek refuge in you, Allah Azza wa Jal, from the tribulation and the testing of this calamity, this fitna, this trial of the Antichrist or the Dajjal. The Prophet told us that those with weak iman would come to see him and they would turn back on their heels and follow him. And this is why the Prophet says, whenever you hear of the Dajjal, do not confront him and run. Because one of you goes to listen to him thinking that he's a believer, and after listening to him, he flips and becomes a kafir. Therefore, don't care when al-Mahdi is coming, because if he comes in the state that you and I are in today, most likely we would not follow him. Our iman is weak. We're not committed to Islam. We can't even pray Fajr on time in the masjid. We can't even say the truth without lying or cheating or consuming people's wealth unlawfully. We abuse our wives, and we're not fair with our children, and we're not good with our neighbors, and we do not connect our next of kin. What kind of a Muslim are you talking about? So be careful of these people and don't spend time debating or arguing with them. Let them be. Focus on yourself, on fixing yourself, your family, your relatives, your neighbors, your colleagues, those around you, and build a strong foundation and cement iman in their hearts, because if you do so, then inshallah, when Imam Mahdi comes, you will be one of his supporters, if not one of his commanders, with the grace of Allah Azza wa Jal.